meeting of the Tinton Falls Borough Council being held March 7th, 2023. The meeting is hereby called to order. Will the clerk please read the open public meeting statement?
Pursuant to Section 5 of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by posting on the bulletin board at Borough Hall and by notification to the Asbury Park Press, the Newark Star Ledger, and the Newark New Coaster at least 48 hours prior to the meeting and filing with the Borough Clerk all on December 20th, 2022.
May I ask the clerk to call the roll?
Ms. Buckley?
Here.
Mrs. Clay?
Here.
Dr. Dobrin?
Here.
Mr. Nessie?
Here.
Mr. Manginelli?
Here. I would like everyone to join me in saluting the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. There are two sets of meeting minutes for approval. May I have a motion to approve the February 7th, 2023 meeting minutes?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Mrs. Clay?
Yes for February 7th and abstain for the 21st.
Okay, thank you. Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Mr. Manginelli?
Yes. May I have a motion to approve the February 21st, 2023 regular meeting minutes?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call?
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Mrs. Clay?
Abstain.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Mr. Manginelli?
Yes. We will move on to reports. Mr. Neff.
I just wanted to mention that hopefully by the next council meeting, we should hear the results of the Monmouth County Open Space Grant that we previously submitted for. Typically, they would come out in December. Then it was supposed to be at the prior meeting for the commissioners. The county got pushed back, so they should have voted at their meeting last week. So we're hoping to hear in the next couple days. That was for the Wardell Park restroom building. So depending on if or how much we get for that, we'll determine what we're able to do at that park. So hopefully we'll have an update at the next meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Neff. Mr. Fallon.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you, Council President. Just a quick budget update. The budget has been disseminated to Council. We're looking at introducing the budget at the next meeting, March 21st, where we'll provide a presentation, and then there'll be a public hearing on the budget on April 18th. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fallon.
Yep.
Mr. Tarasenko.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Council President. No report this evening.
Mayor.
I'm glad to see that Councilwoman Risa Clay is back at the table. I hope all goes well. Hope all is well at home. And secondly, I would like to second the resolution of 23053 declaring March as Women's History Month in the borough of Tinton Falls. I think it's been a long time coming, and I'm glad they have March as Women's Day. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Starkey.
I have no report tonight. Thank you, Council.
Ms. Hutchinson.
I have no report this evening, thank you.
Council reports. Ms. Buckley.
Yes, just one report. The Earth Day and Home Run Derby will be April 29th on a Saturday. Flyers are to be coming out on that, but that's a partnership with Little League, the Environmental Commission, the Green Team, and administration. So looking forward to that. That's all for my report.
Thank you, Ms. Buckley. Mrs. Clay.
Thank you, Council President. I have no report.
Would you kindly read the Women's History Month?
Oh, certainly. Resolution 23053 declaring March as Women's History Month in the borough of Tinton Falls. Whereas women of every race, class, and ethnic background have made historic contributions to the growth and strength of our nation in countless recorded and unrecorded ways. And whereas women have played and continue to play critical economic, cultural, and social roles in every sphere of the life of the nation by constituting a significant portion of the labor force working inside and outside the home. And whereas women have played a unique role throughout the history of the nation by providing the majority of the volunteer labor force of the nation, and whereas women were particularly important in the establishment of early charitable, philanthropic, and cultural institutions in our nation, and whereas women of every race, class, and ethnic background served as early leaders in the forefront of every major progressive social change movement, and whereas women have served our country courageously in the military, and whereas women have been leaders not only in securing their own rights of suffrage and equal opportunity, but also in the abolitionist movement, the emancipation movement, the industrial labor movement, the civil rights movement, and other movements, especially the peace movement, which create a more fair and just society for all. And whereas, despite these contributions, the role of women in history has been consistently overlooked and undervalued in literature, teaching, and the study of American history. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Tinton Falls that March is designated as Women's History Month and encourages the people of Tinton Falls to observe March as Women's History Month with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities.
Thank you, Councilman. Dr. Dobrin?
Yes, the Tinton Falls Public Library Association has their fundraiser, the Children's Fashion Show. It's scheduled for March 25th. It can be found on the Tinton Falls website for further information, as well as the Tinton Falls Library Association website. So far, numerous donations have been received as the future opening of the library becomes a reality. And if anybody needs further clarification, I think we have some people from the Library Association who may speak tonight. So I'm sure, Ellen, you'll be speaking to let people know if they can volunteer to help out for the fashion show. And that's my report for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Go. Mr. Nessie?
I have no report this evening, but rather I'd like to thank the Chicken Advisory Board members who have been making site inspections for the past few weeks with the heightened interest of raising backyard chickens. A lot of people, residents are emailing us asking whether they can have chickens or what are the rules. So a lot of the CAB members have been doing a lot of work, so I'd like to just say thank you to members. That's it.
Thank you, and with the price of eggs, it's a good thing maybe I'll raise some chickens. I have no report tonight. There are no ordinances for instructions or final consideration this evening. We're going to open it to public discussion. This is a time for public may comment on any topic, their choice. Please state your name and address for the record and limit your comments to 3 minutes. May I have a motion to open public discussion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone for comments? Please.
Good evening. Ellen Goldberg, 90 Glenwood Drive. I'm here with my Tinton Falls Public Library hat on tonight, and I'd like to thank most of you who have had some kind of participation in helping us with this fundraiser and with moving it forward with the library and reopening our beloved library. So as Dr. Dobrin said, our fashion show is on March 25th. It's at the end of this month. Time is ticking. I'm getting a little nervous, but super excited. I have lots of models, over 30 at this point. We're very excited. They're going to be going to the Gap this week and getting their clothing and trying them on, and the kids are super excited. I know that parents keep emailing me and telling me that. We are looking for volunteers. If anybody in the community is interested in helping us out, we start at 12 o'clock with our volunteers from 12 to 1. 1 o'clock the models come. We talk to them and teach them how to walk the runway. That's from 1 to 2, and then the doors open to the public at 2 o'clock. We expect the show to be completely over by 5. We're looking actually to have an intermission show by one of the dance schools in town. So we're hoping that that's going to go through as well. And we're having a silent auction. We have many, many items for silent auction. Most of them come from our community, from Tinton Falls, either individuals or businesses. So it's nice for everyone to come out to support the library, to support the models, and to support the businesses in town who have been so generous and gracious to donate these types of things. And thank you also to Shrewsbury Township, because a lot of businesses in Shrewsbury have also donated for our fundraiser. So hopefully we'll see a lot of you out there, and if you have any questions, tintonfallslibrary.com is the website you can go to. That's where you can make a donation, that's where you can get your tickets, and looking forward to another successful fundraiser. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? At this time, I would ask the clerk if any public comments were submitted prior to the meeting via email.
There were none.
No further comments? May I have a motion to close public discussion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Council, have anything to add? Now we move on to consent agenda. Before we do that, are there any items any member of the council would like removed to be voted upon separately? Hearing none, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Mr. Manginelli?
Yes. Close it, doesn't it? We did it again, guys, huh? This closes today's business. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting is now adjourned. 7:42.